in this country there are abundant examples of cricketers, rather former cricketers, who have turned to politics. But I'm sure you will have to scratch your head to find an example of a full-fledged politician who's also playing first-class cricket. Well, up until now, because that trend is now being set by cricketer and politician Manoj Tiwary. Manoj, you are the Junior Minister of Sports in Mamata Banerjee's Council of Ministers.
Yep.
You are also amongst the Bengal cricketers who are going up for auction in the upcoming season of the IPL.
Yeah.
Apparently, you are also playing the Ranji Trophy, we are told.
Yes.
How are you managing this?
That's a difficult one to do that, but I must thank my wife first of all and family bearing with me. To be honest, it's because of their patience and support. It is possible to do all these things in today's time. Yeah, but I'm trying to manage time pretty well. Like in the morning I do training, and if the Bengal practice is happening, then I do practice, and after that get refreshed and then go for my constituency, see to the people whosoever needs help and their work needs to be done. I spend time there, and then again sports department also I do touch the department over there, and then by 5 o'clock I try and wrap it up. So time managing is something which I'm learning still, but without the support of the family, my wife, it was not possible, because I've got a young family as well. I've got a son who is 3.5 years old, and I do miss him when I'm out in the field working. But that's something they understand, because when you get elected and the responsibility is in my shoulder, then initial phase is a phase where you have to spend some time to build up your own team and to be amongst the people, because they have shown a lot of faith, and they have given their blessings in the form of votes and made me MLA. And from there on, from Didi and Abhishek, the support, I've been given the responsibility of sports department as well. So far so good. It's just that I spent a little more time in family rather than which I normally used to have more time, but that's parcel of this profession basically. Yes. And if I want to do all these three, then I have to spend time, and rest I normally take it as it comes basically.
Right. Besides touching base with your constituency, besides touching base with your voters, and besides spending time in your department, obviously there are files to be cleared, there are decisions to be taken, there are things to be implemented for the development of sports in the state. Right. Besides that, right now you have been given concrete political responsibilities outside of Bengal as well.
Yeah.
And you are one of the star campaigners for your party in Goa,
right,
which is going for polls in less than a fortnight.
Yes.
And you are shuttling between Goa and Kolkata and doing all of this. And now you are also participating, you are one of the participants in the IPL auction.
Yeah.
I mean, how did, at what point in time did you decide that you want to do both cricket as well as politics?
See, before I joined politics, before I said yes to our Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, I did mention it to her that I want to continue playing for another couple of seasons, because I don't want to abruptly end my cricketing career, because cricket is something which has given me whatever I am today, and I cannot just abruptly end my cricketing career and retire from the game, which normally all the former players who have turned politicians have done that. And so last year I always believed that it was blessing in disguise, because before the election I was injured. There was some cartilage issue in my left knee, and Ranji Trophy was unsure because of the COVID situation, and 1 year did not happen as well. And also because of our Chief Minister, I made it a point to be on her side to fight BJP, and the way they were they were doing things, basically the way they were trying to humiliate and insult our Honorable Chief Minister. And being myself, I cannot see that, because I have seen closely how Mamata Banerjee has worked for the people of West Bengal. From close quarters, I have seen that. I cannot see anybody coming from outside and just keep on going insulting. So all these three things came together, and also, as you know, last 2 years I was not part of the IPL team as well.
Yes.
And it was a conscious decision at that point of time. And when Didi called me and said that this time you have to come on our side, because 2019 also Lok Sabha elections, he asked me to fight the election, but somehow it did not.
You didn't feel that you were ready.
Yeah, because I was still playing and looking forward to make a comeback into the Indian team, and somehow it did not work out. And then this time, yeah, all these three things came together, and I wanted to be on her side, and by God's grace, people have voted me and won by a very big margin.
Without a least bit of exaggeration, Manoj, this perhaps is history getting created, because it's also a very interesting and encouraging trend. You see, you have been a cricketer right from the beginning. We've known Manoj Tiwary as a cricketer, and then he turned to politics, as many people do. They turn from their profession and they turn to politics. Fair enough. You had every reasons to do that. You had every right to do that. You took a conscious call.
Yeah.
However, then still deciding that at this level, you have decided that you will be playing the Ranji Trophy for Bengal. You would be playing the IPL. I mean, depending on how the auction goes.
Yeah.
But at that level, the kind of concentration that's required, the kind of focus that is required, and at the same time, going ahead and traveling to Goa. You've been to Goa at least 3 times in the last 1 month, back and forth. You've been staying for almost fortnights, for a period of fortnights in Goa, campaigning for the party, and then coming back and here, playing, for Senior Bengal Ranji Trophy preparatory match, and then perhaps again tomorrow in the morning you will be back in your office department clearing files for the sports department. I mean, this entire thing is basically a show which perhaps says that yes, if you decide to do certain things, it can be done. Is it not?
Absolutely. I always believe that if your mind is into it, then you can achieve whatever what people thinks is impossible. And first of all, I want to clear that I'm not out here to set a trend for everyone. It is happening by default, if you
But
say
it's
so.
happening nevertheless.
Yeah, it's happening. And Ranji Trophy was unsure this season as well, because there was no words from the BCCI till last couple of days back. So that was the period when I was sitting like idle at home. Not idle, I would say. I was doing my constituency's work and sports department's work, when Abhishek Da has given me the responsibility to go to Goa, and before that in Tripura as well. By God's grace, people know me in India. As you know, I have played international cricket as well.
Right.
I was part of Indian cricket team for 7 years, but unfortunately I played only 13 games. So that by the blessing of God, I would say people know me outside Calcutta as well. So that's why I believe he has given me the responsibility, and which I'm enjoying as well. In a very short period of my political career, I think the responsibility which is shown on me, the faith which is shown on me, I've taken that seriously as well, because it's something which I'm also looking forward to become more mature in politics field as well. And you're absolutely right. If you think if you can achieve something, then you have to be a little disciplined, and you have to take care of your body, you have to take care of your home. And I always believe that if you're able to manage your home, then you can manage anything in life.
Charity begins
at home.
Besides that small little regret that you are spending less and less time with your family and your son who's just 3.5, what are the challenges that you face right now, having to handle these two apparently very disparate professions? What are the challenges?
See, challenges is to have a common understanding between myself, my wife as well, because obviously she misses me as well when I go outside the state and do campaigning, because campaigning is not an easy job. It's like you fighting an election over there, because you're scheduled planned in such a way.
It takes a toll on your body and mind.
Yeah, and wives are sitting at home, family members sitting home. They want to talk to you over the phone, but circumstances are such that all the time you cannot respond to the calls. So to make sure that wife is in a happy state of mind, you have to be at your best to make her understand and convince her that this is something which is going to give us fruits in future. And
but between politics and cricket, balancing the two, are you finding it? What are the? I mean, are there any challenges, hindrances, difficulties that you are coming up with?
No, I don't think so. It's just that I'm not be able to go to my constituency as of now. But what I have done over there, I have set a team for myself who is looking after my wards. Basically, I'm in regular touch with them, and all the files, forms, it comes to my home in the night.
So you sit and work at home at night?
Yeah, I sign all the files, all the forms overnight, or if I don't get time, then I do it early in the morning. So today I had to wake up a little early to sign all the 100 forms which was to be sent to the constituency, because I cannot make them wait for 2 days or 3 days Absolutely. To get the forms cleared, because Absolutely. They have voted me and they have a lot of faith in me. So I push myself rather than leaving the things to be dragged on for a couple of days. And apart from that, I don't see any challenges. It's just that I have to manage myself. If you can manage, then it's nothing like it.
My final question, I'll wrap this interview up. If Manoj, in the days ahead, because you just said that you wanted to play cricket for at least a couple of more seasons, and the way things are turning up for you, it looks good. It looks up. You are upbeat. It seems that you are very, very focused on both sides. But if there is a clash, and when by clash I mean clash of time, you are one person. Your focus and attention and efforts will have to be directed and put at one place at one time. But if there is a clash, which would you choose at this point in time between cricket and politics?
See, whatever my party leaders will say to me to do, basically. See,
so politics gains upper hand
right now, because see, if I can maintain my fitness and be physically fit, I can come back next season and play the cricketing season.
For example, if you are say for example playing for the IPL, you will be you'll be representing a franchisee.
See,
right?
Yeah, then
so you will have to have your commitments there.
Yeah, absolutely. If IPL happens, then obviously I have to give IPL a go ahead, because Didi has supported me. She has only said yes, you go ahead and play. It is something which will happen for the first time, and along with Mamata Banerjee, our sports senior Minister Arul Biswas has also been very supportive of that, and Abhishek Da also. So cricket, obviously, if IPL happens, and Ranji Trophy was not happening, that's why I was giving more time to campaigning in Goa and Tripura. But now the Ranji Trophy, we have heard that it's going to start. That's why I'm here and doing my preparations for the Ranji games.
Right. So if IPL happens, probably we will see a sports minister of a junior sports minister of a certain state playing the IPL, and that would be history. Manoj, a lot of congratulations. All the very best to you. May you succeed in whatever you decide to do in future. Thank you so much for talking to
Thank
CNN
you.
News18.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Thank you.